Oh shit! Oh shit!
Peace, y'all. This is the Views from the 7 podcast.
This is your guy Spence. I'm joined with my homeboy Skinny.
Yeah.
Ivan.
What's good?
And
What's happening?
as always, you can follow the podcast pages on Twitter at ViewsFromThe7, on Instagram at ViewsFromThe_7, and on Facebook at ViewsFromThe7. You can find me on Twitter at Just Call Me Spence. That's JUS Call Me Spence. Fellas, where can they find y'all at?
Twitter and Instagram, Young Al Bundy, YUNG_Al_Bundy. You can catch me on the Popular Misfit podcast, and you can also catch us on View7 Network on YouTube.
Instagram, Skinny Junior 777. YouTube Code 7 KODESE number 7 EN.
Yeah, if you wouldn't follow me off a cliff, don't follow me.
Enlightening, my brother. Well, okay. Another week. How you doing, man? Let's get right into it. How's your weekend?
Oh man, my weekend was boring. Which is exactly the way I
Surprising.
Like it. Yeah, that's it, bro. Look, that's it. It's over. That's my weekend.
Okay.
Oh
So,
shit.
hey, bro.
My weekend
You didn't
was.
do right, nothing.
I did though. That's the crazy thing is, man. I ordered wave caps the other day. They ain't got here yet. But I ordered them to sit underneath my hat.
The Shad Monsters.
So no, I don't think it's a Shad Monsters. I don't fucking know what it is. It might be, it may not, but not like that.
Shad Monsters is winning right now, man.
Oh yeah.
Gotta get the Shad Moss.
What the fuck is that?
The Shad Moss.
The Bow Wows.
What
Bow
is
Wow
the fuck
do
is
rag.
that?
Bow Wow do
They're
rag.
not do-rags, so they just
That's
little
something like
caps.
some shit a wide receiver will wear.
Protect my hair.
Shad
when I
Moss, do rag. What? Oh,
Bow Wow do rags.
When that nigga get do-rags?
Are they called Shad Moss or are they called Bow Wow do rag?
I don't know. I think that his name ain't his name.
Probably neither.
Shad Moss.
That's wild. Okay, Skinny?
Man, I had a long weekend. I was doing the car shopping shit.
Okay.
The plan was to get
Oh, not the colorful joints. Ew.
Crushed velvet.
Gross.
I can't believe I just did that to my boy, man. He finna make a comeback. You see he trying to get his versus battle going on?
Yeah, we talking about, that's music though. You keep the do-rags, nigga. What? That shit is nasty.
Yeah, Bellamy on lottery ticket. He really went from Kevin to Bill Bellamy. That's
You know the
wild.
fake rose petals your grandma used to put in her living room? That's what the do-rags made out of. That shit nasty. That's crazy.
Oh shit. Yeah, so I went car shopping. It was really for my son. I was telling my son once I get this, I want to get a Tahoe, but his birthday is in
You're
December.
too small for a Tahoe.
I got kids.
Be like one of the essay homies, man. I can't stand that shit when y'all niggas know y'all can't drive this motherfucker. All the essay homies want the big trucks.
And I'm gonna jump out that motherfucker.
The women too. The women all be pickups.
Man, like you niggas can't drive these.
Boy, give me a Tahoe. So, I want a Tahoe. I always wanted a Mustang too, but I was telling my son, his birthday is in December. So I was like, I get my Tahoe in between time.
Yeah.
And I give you this car. So that was just motivation for him to try to get his damn license. He been bullshitting with trying to get down to the DMV. He tried to blame everybody but himself. Like, nigga, it's the same thing on your phone. Like, you get on your phone, you can make the same appointments we can make.
Has he got any?
Now he got an appointment, but shit, DMV next appointment is in October for him to take the written test. So
Has
my whole thing. What'd you say?
Has he done his the driver's ed course?
No, I don't think he need that.
You don't gotta get the hours no more.
You don't need that?
I thought you did. I don't know.
To not from my understanding, not to take the test, and then once you turn
and cheated like a motherfucker.
once you turn 18, it don't matter no more anyway.
Okay.
Once you turn, so he'll be 18, so it won't matter no more.
When he turned 18?
December.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah. So he don't need that to take the written test. He need that to take the driver's test.
Okay. I got you.
So yeah. So I told him I wasn't gonna give him no car with no 4 doors. I don't want a bunch of niggas in the car. I just
Can't
don't.
stop that.
Nah,
You want
it ain't no
niggas in the car, there'll be A
room.
bunch of niggas in the 2-seater.
Niggas will.
It ain't no
As
room.
long as you know what I'm saying, just say, son, look, all y'all can't have y'all shirt off in this car at the same time. That shit is so nasty. And the youngsters love doing that shit. I don't know
They
what
be
it
playing
is.
ball.
Maybe it's because, you know, they think the girls like it and shit, but like...
If they playing ball, yeah. You can definitely fit 5 niggas in a 2.
I don't ever... See, that's crazy. Because I never liked playing basketball against niggas with their shirt off. Like, that shit is nasty.
You didn't play skins versus shirts?
She never bothered me.
I mean, when you had to, that's like basketball. But if it's like on some street shit, like at a park, nigga, I don't want to touch you.
I'm with Spence on this, nigga.
I don't want to touch you with your shirt off, nigga. That shit is nasty.
Nah, at the park for sure.
Niggas with their shirt off or niggas with and their shirt is like completely soaked. Like, nigga, change that.
Oh, nigga, when you trying to D up, nigga, and you reach and hit the underarm or something, nigga. Oh my gosh.
What is wrong with y'all?
My goodness. I'm with Spence on that, man.
I should know about it. Unless you got like...
Nigga, don't post me up. I don't put my forearm on you, nigga. Like, nigga, I'm gonna let you score. If you want to score a dub on me, don't have your shirt on, or your shirt gotta be just like super soaked. And I'm not talking about like wet like a nigga, so I'm talking about soaked. Like, damn, nigga, you just got out the pool.
That part I agree with. Like, don't if you take your shirt off and you super hairy, that's gross. But just regular take your shirt off, that don't bother me. I'm too competitive for that. I don't give a fuck about none of that, nigga. Let's get to it.
Shit, I took me and my son went to the park. What day was it? I don't know. He was blowing all the shot. I'm passing the ball. He blowing all the shot. Like, listen, son. I'm not out here. I'm not out here to do nothing. This you supposed to be shining right now.
That's when you throw stepping that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is my stepson, right? I'm working. That's when you throw that because niggas be looking at you to the side, like, you know what I'm saying? This is my stepson. You know, I'm working with him, you know.
You know, he got jumper though. I don't know what the fuck was happening that day. He was off like a motherfucker.
Let it right. Houses around this one.
And then you know what you start missing? You get scared to shoot.
Yes.
So then he got scared to shoot. And then I'm like, nigga, you 6'3". If you don't go to the hole and
that's the worst though. The
doing?
tall niggas got the most pressure, bro.
Y'all playing against grown-ups?
No, we was right there on the park on Washington. All the like high school kids go out there.
Okay.
Oh, Washington and Rancho?
No, Washington and Lamb. It's a new park right there.
Oh, okay, yeah. Across by the 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. The tall niggas and the super big niggas got the most pressure on them. Because if you trash, if you come out there your first time and you always gonna be trash.
It's right there. It's right there. But you got the 7-Eleven. Go back a little bit where it's right there. It's like a little park. They just made a little park right there.
Okay.
That's why as a guard, you got time to make up. But if you super big,
He's 6'3", he a guard.
yeah, but I'm talking about like big dudes.
Not on the streets. Not the park.
You got one time to prove yourself. Other than niggas gonna be like, this nigga ass. It be the big uncoordinated nigga.
Yeah, I seen some nigga that was big, that was trash.
I know a few of them.
Man. So we did that too.
If
But,
a nigga tell you, damn, I wish I had your height, that is not a compliment, my brother. At all.
You are wasting the height.
Yes, you are.
Dang, that's fucked up. Dang. I'm just thinking about how many niggas we done said that to too.
A whole lot of niggas.
Gotta tell. Nigga, I done said that to so many niggas. Like, damn, bro, if I had your height, man, I'd be killing.
The crazy thing is when I think about it, nigga, I'm thinking all the 6'8", 6'10" motherfuckers I know. See, even motherfuckers 6'5", I don't know not one of them that was good, bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Not one.
You
Yeah,
know,
that's
no
why
tall
I be.
nigga that's good?
That's why I be looking at.
Nah.
I be looking at the homie Stretch like, man, you too tall to be doing the Cupid shuffle, nigga. You should be dunking on niggas.
Man, shout out to Stretch. I seen Stretch walking this west side yesterday.
Yeah, shout out to my brother, man.
When he was at the grocery store?
No, he was right on H. He was headed to the grocery store.
Got them niggas. I ain't know it was that bad in there. How the fuck? I haven't been in there since it was Bilo,
Who
but
shot in there?
I haven't been in. But nigga, how the fuck y'all just selling meat out in the open like that?
Yeah, that's what the
Bad meat.
I ain't been in that motherfucker since it was Von, so damn,
Nah,
I'm not a West Side baby.
once. I went in there once.
Damn.
I went in there once when it was Bilo.
Yeah.
I go in there because it's got the DMV kiosk. So if I'm going there to renew my tags. I ain't got to stand in the fucking DMV.
Yeah.
Other than that, nigga, there's nothing.
Is one in there? Oh, that's
Yeah,
cool because
yeah,
there was like
yeah.
two of us in there with, you know, there's only two of us on the west side. You know what I'm saying? With legit plates and shit. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go in there. I don't be empty as a motherfucker.
It be super empty. I go right in that bitch and get out of there.
All right.
So we did that. I let him test drive every car we went to.
Do I look good in this? Pull my shirt off.
He's not taking his shirt off.
Okay.
That's not his thing.
What he test drive?
He test drove a 2004. Oh, it was all Mustangs. 2004 Mustang, 01.
Oh, this nigga's gold necklace.
07. It was only. I told him he was only getting Mustangs. I was only looking for a Mustang or a Tahoe. That was it. So I didn't search nothing else.
Privilege.
So, the 2004, the body was fucked up. The motor and shit was good, but the body was fucked up. But you know, when you're young, you don't be giving a fuck. He was like, "That motor, it ride good. It ride good, Pops. Let's go ahead and get this one."
Yeah.
Nigga,
6 weeks, man.
Nigga, no. So then we ran across another one, and it had a rebuild title. I didn't know what the fuck that. I didn't know.
I had no clue with that.
Oh, that mean your car was in an accident.
It means it was an
So
accident.
It was a rebuilt car, or something about it was rebuilt.
Yeah, it totaled out.
You can't.
But it
you
wasn't
can't
salvaged.
Get
You
great
driving
insurance
Christine,
on that,
nigga.
basically.
Right. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So when I called my pops, he said like you can't really get the insurance you want. You can't get full coverage.
You gotta get
Can't get none
SR22s
of
and
that.
shit. That when you gotta get the SR22s.
SR22 means that you're just a bad driver.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got issues. So happy I never had to get an SR22.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's the worst. So yeah, we ended up finding something. Like I said, once he noticed, he was like, "Oh shit, you right," because that nigga tall. So, you gotta put the seat all the way back. Like, ain't nobody fit behind you. So you lucky for it to be you and 2 other people. So he was basically like calling his little girlfriend. I guess he got that he don't want to really speak on too much.
Yeah.
Like I'm finna get a Mustang and shit.
Yeah, that's that nigga's white girl.
Doing the action.
Yeah, that's his gold necklace.
She light skinned.
No, I'm talking about the car.
Oh yeah. He already.
We was talking about it last week.
Yeah, he like, oh yeah. And it's a Mustang. That's all he keep on saying. Oh yeah, and he give me a Mustang. My dad was like, no, get his ass one of them Monte Carlos. I'm like, them new Monte Carlos ugly as shit to me.
Dodge Neon, like we had to fucking drive Saturn.
I thought about that too. Yeah. Like get him something real, but I don't know.
Yeah, get one of them RoboCop seatbelts. The Saturn, that motherfucker go up and shit almost choking you.
My thing was I had to drive it first, and I was like, I'm tired of buying cars I don't never want. I always buy a car that I don't want. Like I never wanted it or nothing. It just be like,
yeah. Oh, so he got it from
it's
Pops
worth the
then.
price.
Pops a little flamboyant and shit.
Kinda, I guess. I
You
just
flamboyant nigga, it's cool.
I wanted for a minute, man. So
I mean,
we did that.
if it's for you, I understand. But if it's for him, then you gonna drive some old shit. Like we all had to drive some old. I had to drive a fucking.
It's gonna end up being for him. But my first car was a '96 Mazda MX-6.
You like
no,
Ice-T
99,
cars.
I think. 90, I think it was 99, 99, 96.
First car was an '86 Prelude. I got that motherfucker from the auction, and that bitch didn't have no ignition in it. And I didn't know it till I pulled up to my dad. Like, Dad, I need you to look at this car real quick.
Wait, it didn't have what?
It didn't have an ignition.
How you get it started, bro?
They started and brought it to me.
The whole crew got put that shit to the movies.
They started hot-wired the motherfucking garbage. I didn't know.
You didn't check the ignition?
No, nigga, it was already started. Have you ever been to the auction?
Oh my god.
You been on it, and this is my first time at the auction, so I didn't understand certain cars. Like they give you a list of the cars that's gonna be auctioned that day.
Yeah.
And certain cars had key fees. It was like a $25 fee.
They tell
I
you
didn't
that
understand. I didn't understand what that meant.
Yeah.
Until so they hot wired the car.
Ready
and
to
brought it
push
me.
this shit to the mall?
Yeah, I didn't know. They hot wired. They didn't hot wire it in front of me. Like they just brought it out. And like, here you go. I'm like,
Did you ever get pulled over in that motherfucker?
Nah, I didn't.
What? The officer can already see what he wearing, nigga. They pushing it.
They gonna for sure think that motherfucker stolen.
No, I didn't drive it for long. Like once I got, I didn't notice it until so I called my dad. He like, yeah, I'm doing some work on this house. I'm like, all right, I'm about to pull up on you. I just want you to look at this car. He like, all right. So I get to where he at, and I go to turn the motherfucker off, and then what? The ignition is ripped out of the bitch.
Yeah.
I said, wait, nigga, I can't turn the motherfucker off. So I never turned it off. I drove it to my dad's house and got the motherfucker off there, and luckily he had a neighbor that worked on cars, so he went to the pickup part and got me. It took some weeks, but yeah, that was my first car. That shit terrible.
My cousin's first car, he had got a fucking a Prelude, and he had to start it with the screwdriver on
Yeah,
the auction.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We got pulled over and it was ugly.
Oh, that sound ugly.
My first car is still outside.
That's your first car?
It's my very first car, and I got pulled over because I put the rims on it the second day I had it.
Yeah.
Oh, you got pulled over ASAP.
I got pulled over 7 times in 2 weeks.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
7 times in 2. And one of the times was, because I got it in 07. I got my first car in 07.
It's a 03, right?
No, it's 07.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was brand new you got.
No, I'm sorry. It's a 2004. I'm sorry. But I got it in 07. So I was young. I'm young. I'm fresh out of high school.
Yeah.
And at this time, that's when you bump in. I put the TV.
You put the beats in
I
everything.
put the TVs in it, the beats in it, all that shit. That's when you run. That's when you rolling with the windows down, nigga. I'm on the west side and shit. Yeah. And I drove in the View. I drove through the View, pulled over. Drove through the View, turned the right on Cary, turned the left on Commerce, pulled over again.
Fuck.
Within 10 minutes of each other.
Fuck. Ooh, disrespect.
Yeah, when I first got it.
That was my only thing. That was the only thing I kept on explaining to my son. I was like, man.
Now the police look at it like, oh, that ain't shit.
I know how many times we used to get pulled over for having so many niggas in the car. That was my whole thing. Like, you ain't gonna be able to fit that many niggas in the car. So hopefully you don't get pulled over.
Yeah, that was never me, bro. I ain't never go over 3. But I wasn't that guy anyways. Like, I wanted to be around all the bitches. I didn't want to be the nigga that, you know what I'm saying? Because you got a lot of messy niggas that like to be up under women and shit.
Yeah.
Like, I just had to be around. I had to be around the bitches.
Yeah.
I wanted to fuck on the bitches. I wasn't into being around a bunch of niggas. I was never around more than 2 niggas at a time. Ever. I couldn't do it.
I was the same way when it was my car.
Niggas need some women around.
But if I ain't had no whip, man, who driving? And we headed to like the Greek Fest. I remember it was the Greek Fest. We were like 5 of us in the car.
Oh, yes.
And my car. I had my Mazda, but I hit a dip and I fucked off the oil pan, so I couldn't drive it. My dad had to get it fixed that week. So I was like, damn, but it's the Greek Fest. He was like, well, I can't take it to the shop until this week. I'm like, no, you need to take it today.
It's the Greek Fest, Bob.
It's the Greek Fest. It's the Greek Fest, nigga. I got a Mazda.
Was this one at UNLV? Oh, that was a step show.
Yeah, it's Greek Fest.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we was at. It was at UNLV.
Yeah.
So we went to the Unity Fest. So
that's what. Yeah, I was gonna say. I remember. Shout out to them fives. We won. I think we won in 04. Everything.
Man, I don't think I went that year. I was old as hell by then.
We had that was the year.
That was like the last one, was it?
That was it was around the last one, but that was the year we wore the. That was the year the ones came out. The black and gold. Black and gold ones. Patent leather.
I know we wore
patent leather.
My senior year, we wore Saints jerseys and Results jeans. Some Results jean shorts.
Damn, Results. I ain't heard that forever, bro.
Some black Results. Oh my God.
That sounds so nasty today.
That's why you start with. That's why you like vocal, nigga.
I had nothing to do with that. It was economical. Some niggas was really didn't have it, so yeah, it was affordable for niggas.
Oh, that sounds so nasty. Result jeans.
Shit, for our step show, nigga, I had to pay. My parents paid like $160 for me to be in the step show. Nigga, we had shell toes that they painted yellow. All Paredes sweats and a shirt that a nigga painted on.
Oh my God.
That sound about right.
That's how that shit went back then.
And then when I washed it, I had a Fresh Pro Club.
Wait, everything came off.
All that shit came off.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like nigga, you really just bought me some black shell toes and painted the white part yellow? Okay.
That's crazy, bro. That's super crazy.
That nigga said when I washed it, all the paint came off the shirt.
They got a Fresh Pro Club one. Nigga went straight to the discount mall, nigga. All I had to do was iron it.
Ain't nothing like Unity Fest, though. I feel bad.
I miss them days, man.
Man, that shit was fun as hell.
The kids will never. Shout out to the kids.
I joking. Man, Pops had the Rams on that Mars and everything. I was like, oh, I'm living with so many Whoever riding with me, not riding back.
So you, so
you gonna leave niggas there?
What?
the petrol. I started to understand, like, you know, when you a
To charge
kid,
niggas for the gas.
when you a kid and you don't understand why your parents are like tripping about like gas and shit and driving everywhere.
Yeah.
And then when you start driving, oh nigga.
Nigga, gas price is different though. Back then, it was like 99
I don't give
cents.
a fuck. You gotta give me the petrol for you jump in this motherfucker.
That shit was
You
like
gotta give me $10 per person.
176 when I started driving, bro.
$10 per person, baby.
Cheap.
It was like 180 something, I think, when I was driving. I mean, we went to like 150. We went to like 150, and there was a line around the fucking block on Landing Bananas. I'd never forget that shit.
All right, so what else, Skinny? You
Yeah, that was my weekend. We ended up finding the car.
That was super exciting. Nigga. I thought you was gonna have like a super long one.
Nigga, that was long. nigga, I did that shit for 3 days straight.
I see
shit 3
you
days straight,
driving
nigga.
different cars though.
Nigga, 3 days straight. Every time it was something else. Something didn't go right. The rebuild motor. The last car, I was like, I pulled up. That motherfucker was down there brand new, like 2010. I was like, yeah, this it.
Yeah.
This it. I'm like, you got a clean title? He's like, nope, rebuilt. I don't even want to drive that motherfucker. Get in the car. But, my son fucking wrecked the car before I bought it.
Jesus.
Wait, one of the cars y'all was test driving?
We test drove, right?
Jesus.
And we going to park.
Nice. Yeah, what's them things? Them SR22s?
Listen, I said, oh yeah, you gonna have a hard time, brother. I don't know now. We going to park, and you know you like the little yellow thing sticking when you park, yellow concrete pole, and yeah, well yeah, I parked there. That's what it looked like. It looked concrete.
Yeah, it is.
They're concrete, right? Yeah, so it was one of them. So when he pulled in, he pressed the gas lightly when he doing the turn, and that motherfucker went. So when he pressed on the brake, he hit it. He didn't even notice it. The dude who car it was, he didn't notice it either. And then we got out. I'm looking like, he like, oh shit, Pops, go get the keys. I'm gonna reverse it.
Did it have a little yellow smudge on it?
Nah, It's the one I ended up getting. it.
Oh yeah, you break your bar. Okay. Never mind.
I ended up
That was your car. That shit was your car, nigga.
All right, Ivan.
I did a little hanging out this week. My best friend was in town.
Yeah, he was kicking.
Best friend was in town, so we hung out a little bit. Plus, it was my homeboy's birthday last week.
Shout out to Low, man.
Marlo too. I wasn't talking about Marlo. I was talking about Clint. It was Clint's birthday.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
So hung out with them. Went to eat with them like twice. Marlo's birthday was I think Saturday. Then it was smoke free weekend.
Shout out.
So a bunch of different podcasters from around the U.S. they came here to hang out. It was something I was playing. I think it was originally for March, April.
Something like that, yeah.
And they because of COVID, they had to push everything back.
Shout out to everybody that popped up. Shout out to Paco, the Drunken Knights, Lex, Jackie, Miss Neat. Yeah. I'm
gonna let you talk about the other part.
I'll
leave the other part.
Hey, no, we gonna get right to it. Cause this shit, hey, low-key, I came in here, and that's how fucked up it was. I came in here and told you niggas how bugged out I was. Yeah. So, I'm a preface this comment.
You're not gonna say it the same exact way you said it to me.
No, because I just came right out the gate with you.
All right.
So this shit been bugging me since that day. So we're gonna start this off by I need y'all to put y'all hands up in the air and put the quotations. Quote. And write pause in the middle. We're gonna put that pause right there. So
oh man.
This weekend I seen. No, fuck that. Nigga, I ain't in this by myself. We seen.
Hold on, leave me out of that motherfucker.
I wasn't there.
I wasn't there.
Me and Ivan was there. We seen the coldest transsexual. The coldest transsexual I have ever seen.
No, that ain't the way you said it to me. The way this nigga said it to me, and we seen the baddest tranny we ever seen. Baddest training you ever seen.
Yeah, we need you to go ahead and get that man his compliment.
See, it's been a couple days. I can calm down.
Get that man his compliment.
So I've been talking. And first of all, let me put it out there, man. Shout out to wifey, man. You know, ladies, let me holler at y'all for a minute. Even it wasn't that type of party, you know what I mean? But
what type of party it wasn't?
No, hold on. It wasn't that type of party. But you know what I'm saying? You know, me and wifey walking in, and she said, you know what I'm saying, do your thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I'm here. Do your thing. That was like so fucking sexy to me. And
you free range to talk to whoever you wanted to?
No.
Oh shit, do your thing with me.
She said do your thing.
Fuck around, been out of a relationship.
Meaning, even though it wasn't that type of party, and that's not the shit I was on, it was like, I ain't tripping.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the worst thing ever is when you going somewhere with your woman, and it's like you gotta have like eyes in the back of your head, or you have to think about what you doing,
like watching,
because you know she gonna trip out.
Right.
So that was super sexy to me. I don't know what it was. That was super sexy to me. And I didn't even eat the ass that night. But so
you eating ass again?
Nah, I ain't ate ass. I ain't ate ass since that yeah. So I've been talking. I'm sitting on the couch, and shout out to Pargo, man. He I don't know what the fuck he made me, but that shit had me bit. So these two ladies walk in. I don't want to put an S, cause yeah, these two folks walk in, right? And I'm talking about the room fucking stops.
You better get that T-shirt just too.
The room stops, right? I'm gonna say she walked in. I ain't tripping out. You know, I don't care about all that shit. Yeah. She walked in, and the room stops, literally. Like, so I'm trying to get I'm trying to get in contact with this nigga. Like, look, and I'm talking about the short, Jada Pinkett cut, the short cut, titties done, ass out, and I'm definitely describing a nigga right now, so this sounds wild as fuck in my head. Well, fuck it, we here. So
yeah, you already crossed that line now, buddy.
So everything is done, right? So I'm talking about everybody, like, God damn. And you know, that's time. As the night go on, they come in and they go right. They come in, they get their drink or whatever, and they go right outside, right? And so we all outside, we kicking it and shit. Well, not we, but it's me, wifey, and Chris. Shout out to Chris. And wifey start talking to him and shit, right? And asking them where they from and all that shit. I guess they was from Chicago, and so first it's the woman talking, the for real woman. Y'all know what the fuck I mean. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be. What? So she's talking. Homie ain't saying nothing at this point. So wifey finally gets homie to talk, and man, when I talk, nigga, the patio damn near shook when motherfuckers started talking. Like, man, bang. Swear to me, you made a mistake. I said, oh, damn, nigga. That's Ross. Nigga, are you in good hands? I said, oh, shit. So now I'm tapping. That's a nigga. That's a nigga. I'm typing this nigga like, that's a nigga. That's a nigga. That's an old nigga.
Must wasn't taking his pills.
Oh, shit.
I mean, you can't hide the voice.
The pills supposed to take that shit away.
So at this point, and I'm not even trying to, like, just on, this was the first time I seen one that was so put together. And I guess it's my
Nigga talked about it like it was a brand
no,
new car.
because this is my ignorance coming out. I'm so used to straight men and white folks descriptions of what
they
transsexual women supposed to look like.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, nigga, you supposed to be, you know, you watch the TV shows. It's always like a whitewashed version of what gay people and transsexual supposed to look like. Like, nigga, you supposed to be like showing us drapes and shit. Like, you supposed to be helping this nigga get married.
Right.
Putting the shit together.
Right.
But damn. So at this point, like I'm like fascinated and curious at this. Not chill. I'm fascinated and curious at the same time because this was the first time, not in a sexual way, but this was the first time I seen a transsexual woman look like that. If this person had never taught, we would have never known. That put together. So that's why I was like, and then you start looking more and more again, and homie started looking like Stacy? Is that you? Start looking like that nigga. So I'm gonna give Ivan the floor. Let Ivan tell his version of it.
Yeah, no, cause I think somebody was like, I said, dude. I'm like, who? No. Cause I've been looking at them titties all night.
I'm telling you, they were my nigga. They were out. They were out.
The titties was just they
were out. Like the first time I seen her, before I thought that before she say like we from Chicago and shit, I thought they were hoes. I thought they were prostitutes. No shit.
Okay.
So more than likely, but I'm talking ass out. Shorts. I'm talking about shorts. Shirt all the way out. The only thing you didn't see was the nipples. And probably because he ain't had none.
Yeah, I wasn't really, the other one had like a dress on. She had like a dress on. She was smaller. She had like a tight little body.
Yeah.
The other one, he was kind of tall. Homeboy was kind of tall. But he had like a blouse on that was buttoned all the way up so you can see all of the cleavage. And he had on these little ass jean shorts that was like, the shorts that's cut where you can kind of see the tip of the booty meat. And
with a tattoo on the ass.
I didn't see all that. I wasn't looking.
Booty meat down.
So it looked like a girl. And he had like these, I want to say wedges, not wedges, but like platform, like I don't know what you would call them. I'm in the women's shoes like that, but they look like wedges, but they weren't. So I've been looking at the titties all night, and then they're like, I think that's a dude. And I'm like, no, not that one. And like, so I looked. I started really looking, and I'm like, damn, that is a strong, masculine jawline. That jawline is kind of strong. And then it was like, okay, those calves look a little Vince Carter-ish. Give me some strong calf muscles. And then, the voice came. Heard the voice. Because at first I couldn't hear the voice, and I'm like, nah.
Rolling.
And then he spoke, and it was like, oh shit, yeah, that, ooh.
Rolling.
And the nose was kind of big too. The nose was a little masculine. I've only seen one female with a nose like that, and somebody has a baby by her.
Hey, what's
I'm not gonna say who.
Homie Blue on Silent Night and shit.
Somebody has a baby by her. I'm not gonna say who. So she was wild.
You have to listen to this. I didn't say that.
That's the motherfucking homie though.
Yeah, shut up. You can put her nose on some glasses.
Woo, shit. Other than that, fucking, I watched P Valley.
I
seen one episode.
I kept trying. I don't like the accents. I think I was watching one. I watched like 10 minutes of it, and they had like an accent. I was like,
yeah, they from Mississippi, like Memphis area.
Yeah,
so Tennessee. You said you watched Richard?
I watched one episode.
You like it?
It was okay. It's if Player Club had a series
Kinda.
with transsexuals and
Wait, who you see that was
Oh.
transsexual looking?
with the whole LGBTQ
Oh, the
community in there,
dude, yeah, that was, yeah.
with that community in there, like if it was like an updated Players Club.
He interesting.
Well, I think the 2020 version of a strip club, I'm pretty sure.
No, it's gonna be in
filled
there.
with.
No, I'm not
trans
saying
homies.
it. I'm not saying it wouldn't.
And you would never know.
I'm just saying that's just like that's kind of what it was. Like outside of that,
Would you let one dance on you?
I'm not into the strip club shit. So
If you went to a women's strip club and one of the trans homies came over, would you let her dance on you?
No.
Yeah, that's all.
No.
And
I'm not in the strip club.
Oh yeah, I ain't never been to a strip club, so.
You ain't never been to a strip club?
niggas ain't. My first time was uneventful too.
I'm not in the strip club, so that's why the show just wasn't.
Yeah.
I just couldn't get into it. It's just not my thing.
I'm not in the strip clubs in Vegas. I went to the Blue Flame.
Agreed.
I went to the Blue Flame in Atlanta. It was different.
Yeah. I think my first time going to like a real strip club, I think it was uncomfortable for me because the women are super aggressive towards other women, and so at this point, like wifey titties popped out and shit, and I was like, I was uncomfortable. So it took away any enjoyment for me. I really wasn't in it anyway, but to see them like so aggressive towards her was like.
I think they realize if the woman, if I'm engaged with the couple, if the woman's into it, then the man is naturally gonna be into it.
That wasn't how I was feeling.
I get it. That just seemed like.
But that was back then. Now I don't know how I would feel, honestly.
You wanna hit the stripper?
Fuck no.
Choke her out or something like.
Nah, but it was like, and then, when we went with another couple. We went with another couple. I'm not gonna put their names out, but shout out to them. Y'all probably know who they are. But they're way more advanced at shit like that than we were. So to them, it was like, we just partying and shit.
I know who y'all went with.
Wifey titties popped out and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. Because they're more advanced.
I remember you telling me that.
Yeah, this was something new to me.
I said that's why I stopped kicking it with that couple.
Oh no, they on a whole.
They
different,
party animals.
They on a whole different level. Like, so
I'm like, nigga, we going to sleep. Let's go to the next club.
it was a real uncomfortable feeling for me. But that was back then though. Like I was insecure myself. Now it's like wifey do got a great set. So
the library was cool. The library here in Vegas was cool when it was open.
yeah.
And that honestly was the best chicken I've ever had in my life.
Shout out to Lil Will.
Shout out to Lil Will, man. I understand what you want to do. The chicken.
Nigga, they better than me, cause nigga, you got me in a bubble. I'm wearing this bitch ass ring and shit. I'm around all these niggas. I am going to sneak out the plantation for something. But I understand, like his folks died and he went. They say I don't know if he. Stories are a little. Cause he said he went for wings, but Jack Harlow posted a picture of him like actually in the strip club and shit.
Yeah, he said he went in there to get him some wings.
Yeah. But I don't know if I've ever seen so many family emergencies in my life. And that's for a reason. Like, you know what I'm saying? We as this is when we was going back and we had the argument, and y'all were right in this argument. Y'all were very right. But this is why Kyrie and a lot of us felt like this isn't the greatest time to restart basketball because it's a shit storm.
Yeah.
Niggas got family emergencies every day.
COVID.
So obviously niggas getting in there and like, I don't know if I can do this.
Right.
If I ain't playing basketball, nigga, we just sitting here.
Yeah.
That ain't. That's not no type of.
They got they got like common areas and shit. Shit look like a college dorm, really. They feed them niggas summer camp food.
You away from your family and shit.
Yeah. I mean, his grandfather died though. Like,
Yeah.
That's not.
I'm not even talking about him. I'm just talking about all these niggas got like family emergencies every day.
That shit crazy.
But go ahead.
Other than that, I watched P Valley. I started The Shy, so I'm 3 episodes into The Shy.
All right.
The first season?
The first season.
The first season, though.
Yeah, the first 2 seasons.
First and
Yeah.
second, yeah. I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I only watched 3 episodes of that so far. I listened to Flo Milli album. I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, I got that on my I got that on our list. So if everybody's been wondering, there's been a slight slowdown on the reviews, but
Slow Millie.
hopefully they're coming back.
See, like a young rapper chick. I only listened to it because I saw.
There's so much music, man, that I haven't gotten to because I need to read.
Yeah, that Flo Milli was pleasantly surprised. I was shocked. Like, yeah, I like this shit. Even though there was a couple times a lot of times she sounded like Gucci. She rap like Gucci Mane. And I don't like Gucci Mane, so I don't know how I liked her, but I did. Other than that, I don't. Like, that was my whole weekend, really. Other than arguing with, arguing with it. And that was it.
Okay. Oh shit.
So, I didn't do shit. Shout out to everybody that participated in the Smoke Free Weekend. That was really super dope. Shout out to the homie Flo, man, and I'm blessed to be able to say that. You know what I mean? If anything that I got out of this, since we've been doing this, is I've made many connections.
Yeah.
And it's turning more into like on some homeboy shit and not this is just business. You know what I mean? I've made a lot of friendships. I made a lot of connections. Shout out to every podcast out here. Shout out to a lot of the Vegas podcasts too. Slowly I've become like a little mentor of sort to a lot of podcasts and a lot of podcasts that are coming up. And it's a really good feeling, you know what I'm saying? I don't want nothing from nobody. I want to see everybody win, genuinely. So it's dope when people come to me for advice, and I'm willing to give it all. Like someone took the shout out to Kel. Someone took the time to sit down with me and was like, "Look, these are the ins and outs. Stick to it. Continue grinding." And someone sat down, you know what I mean, and gave me a bunch of pointers and shit. So, yeah, man, it's like my way of giving back, man. I'm doing the same thing to anybody who hits me up for advice or something, man. Shout out to everybody out here doing it, man. Shout out to Flo. Keep doing what you're doing, bro. You are inspiration to many of us out here, for real. Any takeaways from that?
Just to be more, I guess, more protective to do, like when he said the part about not just look at people like your sister, your mom and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That kind of stood out because there's a lot of situations where I'd be like, she ain't nothing to me.
Yeah, she ain't nothing to me.
Ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of stood out, like, damn. So that was it. That was the only part that just connected with me. Like every day, I thought about that every day.
Yeah. And
Oh man, it left me with a whole lot of questions that I put in the group chat.
okay.
I think the same part of it you said that stuck out to me, like, because you're quick to stick up for, your people, but, when you see other women going through, you be like, that ain't my business.
Yeah.
So, just to be more cognizant of those kind of situations, because, black women need protected. Like, sometimes, we need to do better.
Yeah, that was a big part.
Before we get into the old school smooth group, I got a question. Skinny.
Nigga, you ain't talking about your weekend.
I just did. I ain't do shit.
For this weekend with George.
I don't know if I said it last week, didn't I? Ford vs Ferrari.
Yes.
I think that movie's still been on. That movie's still been on my mind, but amazing. You brought up one of y'all brought up Gucci Mane,
Right.
and Skinny. Let me ask you a question. Well, both of y'all, because both of y'all like super T.I. fans. That nigga done turned into the police since he did this podcast shit.
Who, Gucci?
T.I.
And
I haven't really been watching this podcast
um,
or listening to it.
I know he still hasn't been able to shake the Crime Stoppers commercial. But now people are really, really looking at him sideways. He had Jeezy on. this last podcast episode, and he brought up Gucci, and he was basically saying, how do they reconcile? How do they get a sit down? And this is where, at some point, I know you have a platform, and it is important to get those questions out, right? But you supposed to be a street nigga, and there are a lot of things you say, or a lot of things you don't say when you're part of that life. You don't necessarily even have to be. There's a lot of things we've said on this podcast, but we haven't went super deep into it because we don't have to be super affiliated.
We know the politics.
We know the politics. So for him to even bring that situation up, I know him and it's easy for him to bring it up because him and Gucci's situation is a little bit more like childish. It's all about a name and who invented trap music and all that shit.
Yeah.
But to bring that up when Jeezy is sitting across from you, to me, cross lines.
I believe so. But when Gucci was coming home, Drama had said that Jeezy and Gucci was supposed to drop a mixtape, and they had conversation.
Yeah.
So I would think, like I didn't listen to the show, but I would think that's the reason why to bring it up. Because I would say, like you said, there's no reason. We know that situation.
He was on an interview. I want to say earlier this year with Charlamagne, and Charlamagne had brought it up, and Gucci was like, "That nigga deserves to be dead." There are music where Gucci's like, "I dig that nigga back up," like.
Yeah,
It's you don't.
I fully understand Gucci part of it, right? Like I fully.
Yeah, like
and that's why. I don't know. It's so many other people get involved in the situation. Like I said, when DJ Drama was like, "Oh yeah, we gonna have a Gucci and T.I. mixtape," so Gucci wasn't home yet.
Mm-hmm.
So it had the fans of trap music hype. Like, oh shit, we finna finally get that together. And we know a lot of fans don't know about politics.
Yeah.
My thoughts when he said it was like, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Because of Gucci. Like I don't feel like there's more of a street dude than Gucci from Atlanta to me.
Yeah.
Gucci is every bit of that.
I think he's the only one that he may be the only one that hasn't been compromised. Thanks. And not to shit on T.I. or Jeezy, but both of them have been, to me, severely compromised by the quote-unquote the fame, the politics, shit like that. I think Gucci is still a street nigga with a lot of money.
What makes them compromise?
Yeah, I want to know what makes Jeezy compromise.
They're just into a lot of. They're very the politics. T.I. has done a lot of questionable things. He's done and said a lot of questionable things politically. The Crime Stoppers ad is just not going nowhere. That shit is nasty.
That was before he got claimed, or right? He got out of jail, right?
It was kind of forced.
He's not. He's just not. He's not like he's really not a street dude no more. As much as he tries to pretend to be.
I'm not talking about T.I. I'm talking about Jeezy. What makes Jeezy compromise?
He's not that dude no more.
I mean,
and it's growth. People call it growth, but I'm talking about as far as an artist on any level. He's more. He has more to lose now. He has more connections. He has more political friends. Shit like that becomes strings. There's only so much you can do or say or involve yourself in and be real about it.
I think my president is black was a gift and a curse for Jeezy because it pulled him into the political world.
That shit was nasty.
And I think that
I
kind
hated that song.
That kind of hurt him.
Nah,
Even
at
with
the
Nas,
time it was good.
I couldn't stand it.
I like that song.
You
at
didn't
the
like
time.
Nas?
I didn't like the song.
But I
period.
still don't feel like Jeezy has done anything to compromise, who he is, or his characteristic, his character, or anything like that. I'll take your T.I. argument any day, but
Okay.
Jeezy, still solid on my.
At that point, if I'm Jeezy, we gotta cut this interview.
Yeah.
Like.
And why wouldn't that have been a pre-question? Like, I think Jeezy should have knew that one was coming. As you my partner.
Yeah,
I
think that's why it wasn't a pre-question. It's like, okay, we just partners sitting down talking, And
But the fact is I don't even want to say fact. Allegedly, or people like to say that Jeezy was the one who sent that, quote unquote, that hit, or he was involved in it. But to me, this is blood has been shed.
Yeah. His song for sure said, "Go get that change."
50 Cent and Ja Rule will sit down before these two niggas sit down.
Yeah.
And I just don't think that conversation, that is a street conversation. That does not need to be on someone's platform and y'all just talking about this shit like it was like a hip hop beef, like it's some Drake and Meek Mill shit. Y'all sitting around here talking like it's that. Yeah. This is way different.
I don't feel like there needs to have. They obviously have coexisted perfectly for the last 15 years or so. That just continue to coexist.
It don't have to be an on-site situation and be like, nigga, you could die tomorrow and I don't give a fuck.
It's like I don't fuck with that nigga and that's that.
Cause I googled it. I didn't have a clear understanding of the situation, so I googled it. So from my understanding, years after this, they kind of reconciled a little bit, and they were supposed to do music together.
That's what I just said.
So I don't understand I don't understand why it's so unreconcilable. If it was unreconcilable, then it should have stayed that way. The fact that it hasn't, the fact that at some point there was a.
But I'm trying to think, was that a part of Gucci coming home?
This is like 2000. From my understanding, it was like 2009 around time where they were like.
Was Gucci home or was he fresh out? Because like I said, I know DJ Drama said they were dropping a mixtape together. I know Drama and Jeezy was acting as if they was having a conversation. But was that on Gucci part a way to say, I'm trying to come home? So for this to sound good,
meaning it was an agenda behind it.
Yeah. For this to sound good to my PO, to the judges. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
And the member who was murdered in the situation, well, killed in the situation, was CTE.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, like,
allegedly you could say that Jeezy sent them niggas over there.
Right. That's why I completely feel Gucci part on it. You made the song.
Them niggas could have killed me. Them niggas could have. Them niggas could have whooped me out.
Came in there behind something Jeezy did. But what I'm saying is, if they were gonna reconcile in 2009 and they haven't, that means the issue's still deep.
Yeah. And my thing is, that's why I agree with Spence, because T.I. and Jeezy has been close throughout this time.
They know
so
better.
Bro.
Yeah.
Like T.I., and if you the street dude that you say.
Yeah.
You know what lines you don't cross in that type of situation because you know what's going on. That's like Jeezy asking you, will you forgive the dude to kill Falon?
Yeah. And then and like y'all say, these are private conversations anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
These are, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying?
Which I feel is probably is a conversation that's been had before.
Exactly. If it happened in 2009 where they said they're going to reconcile, T.I. and Jeezy had to have that conversation, you know what I'm saying, years prior to this on whether or not it was going to happen.
Yeah, if I'm Gucci, I may feel like, okay, there may be a feeling of reconciliation. We all have these moments where 1 minute I'm like, you know what? Let me sit down with this nigga. Yeah. And then one of my partners would be like, nigga, no. Them niggas came in there trying to do harm to you. Nigga, you was either gonna get whooped out or you was gonna get smoked. Yeah. Was the only two things that was gonna happen to you when them niggas ran up in there. What reconciliation? And then if I'm Gucci, I'm like, damn, you know what? You right. And then it goes back to fuck them niggas.
Yeah.
But to the nigga I smoked, he deserves to be dead. He deserves to be dead.
You right.
And so there is no sitting down, there is no talking about that.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
So that was just my thing. Like
Even if it's not on no street shit, I protected myself as a man.
absolutely.
And you sent these people, whether it was
The
through
fact
your mouth or
and then
not,
the fact is I don't think they was at Gucci's residence. He was at a chick's house.
and you put a
And they
bounty,
ran in that motherfucker.
and you put a bounty on my head, on
His
album.
head, on his chain.
Well, you put a bounty on my chain.
Yeah. But we know how niggas is
Not
gonna
only
get the chain.
Not only did you do it on your mixtape, you did it numerous times at concerts.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we can never be cool. And T.I. knew that. So yeah, T.I. hope for that. He a hope for that because y'all cool. Like you know Jeezy. If you don't know shit about Gucci,
Yeah.
you know you and Jeezy have had conversations.
Yeah.
I wasn't upset at Charlamagne for kind of bringing it up because he was coming at it from a different angle, and Gucci's like, no, that nigga deserves to be dead. Like you can't tell a nigga how to feel about somebody running up in the house trying to do harm to me.
Yeah.
But as far as T.I. and Jeezy, y'all on the other side of that, and I think both of them should have known better.
What was Jeezy's response? Did he respond?
He was basically like, it's been it's been more than a decade, and it's kind of time. Maybe it's time to sit down, type shit. But they both know better. Y'all know better.
So they're not allowed to grow?
No, that's not a conversation you have.
I don't think you have
To me, it weighs.
I don't think it's a public conversation. I
That's
think
not
it's
a
a
public
private conversation.
To me, it weighs heavily on Jeezy. Jeezy, sent somebody in there, they end up getting killed. The whole situation is because of Jeezy. So, of course, from Jeezy's
So
side,
no,
it's
nigga,
more,
you're not allowed to grow, nigga. Fuck you.
More on Jeezy's side, it's more of it's time we may have that conversation so that Jeezy may clear his conscience. You see what I'm saying? But ain't nothing you can do with that.
Nah, nigga, you send somebody to kill me, niggas. Fuck you forever.
I ain't send nobody to kill you. I send them to get that necklace.
No.
Yeah, but we know how they gonna go about doing that. It was too
kill
much
nigga,
money on that. It was too much money. A nigga could kill you for less.
I'm gonna kill you, take your necklace.
You
Young
say
Bird,
for
happy?
10,000, 15,000, something like
Yeah,
that.
that's a different story. All right. Without further ado,
Young Bird got his necklace snatched a whole nother way.
So that's what I'm saying.
Numerous
I just
times.
want the necklace. I ain't tell you niggas.
boy, that nigga is the Michael Jackson of chain snatchings.
That transformer chain.
That nigga is the GOAT.
Yeah, look.
That nigga is the GOAT of getting his shit snatched. Shout out to that brother. That's the LeBron James of getting his shit
There's a
snatched.
couple niggas. Didn't Young Dolph get his chain snatched?
No, we ain't doing that.
Oh, okay.
I don't know about Dolph.
Yeah,
I
Dolph,
know.
nigga, you gotta smoke Dolph. Nigga.
I know Rich Boy got his chains too.
But how many times have Young Bird got his? That nigga get his shit snatched up every other week. It seems like.
Did Young Bird get his chain taken out here too? I know Rich Boy did.
Rich Boy got his shit taken up.
Only person I know that got robbed out here was Javon Walker.
They tried to get Jeezy chain at the what was the beach?
Did they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I seen.
That motherfucker wouldn't come off his neck. They was pulling the shit out that motherfucker.
I seen. What's the football nigga name? Forgot that shit. The quarterback.
Yeah, I don't know.
Jamarcus Russell.
Marcus, yeah.
Yeah, I thought about stealing his shit.
You thought?
All right, man. Without further ado, man, I like doing this because like us three on this side. I don't know. I don't know if you sure, but them Nipsey lyrics hit a little different when you know the person you talking about.
I know the situation.
This shit is audience.
I remember when the song dropped, the person who involved allegedly made a Facebook post.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, just saying. All right. Without further ado, Ivan's old school smooth groove.
It's gonna be two of them. Y'all probably.
Here you go.
Yeah, had to fun with that part. It's up.
It's gonna be
It's
two of
up.
them. One was inspired by real life. The other is the time out here.
Oh, whenever it's inspired, you will be so sorry at making a soundtrack about your life. Oh, this my shit though.
Who the fuck is this?
Who
is this?
Dave House.
Oh, that's why I don't know who this is.
Yeah. Shit was sweet. This shit hard. Trying to get all of my doubt. Baby. I remember when this shit dropped.
Nothing but that baby mama drama.
Bro, listen to this in my headphones.
Ain't nothing but that baby mama drama.
Okay.
This is for you.
You, my number one.
This
This is for you.
is a great song.
You.
My number one. I hit that shit up.
That is a nice try though. I feel you.
Spotlights, big stage, hit the dozen fans running in. Oh, I know where we going.
Bodyguard and
Limousine.
This is the way.
Yeah, man, get in my. Oh, you gotta go to the other one then. You gotta go to the other one he's arguing about then.
Fuck it, I'll go to the other one.
And then that's true. I'm a kid again. I feel like 13.
But I mean,
Oh, this shit finna get good.
I'll be a groupie, baby.
you are my superstar.
All right, that's Usher's round right there.
Yeah, we gotta get the whole. I need the whole chorus.
It started back here.
I'll be.
I'll be a groupie, baby.
Cause you are my
Superstar. As your number one fan.
That's all that I can.
See, hold up. Don't go into it yet. See, this is a hood classic. This ain't a hit though.
This a hit.
That's a cool.
This is not a hit. This is a hood classic. Now we finna play the hit. There's not a nigga in the world that don't know these lyrics. Ever.
You tell me they don't know all the lyrics to Superstar?
No, not in the world.
Stop it.
This beat was so nasty.
Big was nasty.
No, I'm telling you, man. Come on, fam. All that do shit's for the birds. You ain't nothing but a vulture. Yeah, nigga, come on. Yeah, nigga. You ain't to be the fuck up. You just do the thing that you found another girl. Yeah. That's what I need. That's what I need. Oh. Whoa. Nigga, stop it. Nigga, stop it. What? Deuces! Yeah! Totally that you need it. See, when a timeline be arguing with me, all you gotta do is turn the shit on. Turn it on. That's it, so what? I wish you best of luck. Come on, fam! I'm chucking the deuces up to her. I know we're on to something better. I know I'm trying to make it work. I make me want to say, come on, man. Come on, fam. Come on, fam. Come on, fam. That's why it's important. It is important to remain neutral in these situations. Turn the shit on. That's all you gotta do. When I be arguing with the timeline, I be arguing with niggas who be like, I remember when this song. I'm arguing with your nostalgia. All you gotta do is turn the shit on, fam.
Not necessarily.
But I think it depends. First off, it depends on who's going first. Who's doing the rebuttal.
This is okay.
I don't feel like Usher is gonna put Superstar up against Deuces.
No. That was my argument because Superstar was actually trending. Like Chris Brown don't have a superstar, and I'm like, no. Here goes something that might be even better than Superstar. Superstar is a hood classic, and when it comes to these versus joints, because Chris Brown versus Usher has been on the timeline forever. This is probably the first time we talk about some shit that's been on the timeline for a minute. But
now Timberland.
when it comes to these verses, they're so hard to gauge because it's more than just the music, right? So what I'm saying is, regardless of how we all feel about Usher, because I'm an Usher guy myself, I've said millions of times, and so has Ivan. I'm gonna put him out there, but we've had the argument how overrated Chris Brown is, how mediocre his music is. But when it comes to these verses, it's 20 and 20, and sometimes it's more than just about the music. But what I'm saying is, these 20 songs, right?
Yeah.
How much range are you going to show? It's about range too. So this last battle, as great as it is, and there's a whole bunch of different avenues I can go with that, with Snoop and DMX, right? Snoop almost lost because he tried to stay in the same pocket as DMX.
He wanted to keep it fair.
That is true. That turned into an amazing celebration.
Super
I would be surprised if they all didn't sit down and say, "Man, let's do a top 40."
Let's be nice.
I wouldn't be surprised if they both sat down, all of them sit down, Swiss, all of them, and said, "Let's do a top 40." And this is gonna be some celebration type shit.
Did DMX have 5 more?
But my thing is, at the end of the battle, and we watched it too. We watched a lot of it too.
Yeah.
We felt like X was kind of edging Snoop out because Snoop only tried to stay in one pocket. It was the same as Fab versus Jada. Jada made Fab stay in one pocket.
And whooped his ass.
So when it comes to Usher versus Chris Brown, the majority of Usher's hits, as much as we love him, the majority of Usher's hits, and this is not a battle of who has the better music. This is verses. It's 20 and 20, that's it. The majority of Usher's best songs comes from his second, third, and fourth albums. Does he stay in that pocket where he plays the majority of his songs, like Snoop, the majority of his songs was from Doggy Style. He played a lot of Doggy Style.
Like 6 songs.
Does he play his best joints or the majority of his joints from his first 3 albums, where versus Chris's albums are very mediocre, but he has undeniable joints throughout all of his projects.
I think Usher go with his features too, though.
Shit, if you do that, Chris might smoke him when it comes to the features.
I Need a
wanna
Girl.
go that
You
way.
don't want to.
Right, you don't
I
wanna
Need a
go
Girl 2 is better than 1.
He got some shit.
Shh, no, I don't know, bro.
Usher got
I
some
don't know,
features.
fam. I don't know if Usher want to go the feature route.
I don't think Usher want to do that either.
What?
Man, Chris got features too.
Yeah, but Chris got a lot to pick from. Sometimes when you got so much, you don't know what you want to do.
This is a fact.
If
This is a
y'all
fact.
are arguing strategy, I'm not jumping in that argument.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's Chris got features.
Yeah.
Period.
This is and we gonna this is the reason why I feel like a lot of people are sleeping on 2 Chainz. Because song placement means everything. And there is more opportunity for Ross to fumble this than Chainz.
Nah.
Ross has to have song placement, gotta be on point. Ross has to show a little bit of personality. What killed Fab was his song placement, and he had no personality. What the fuck? Ross can't be up there with the Most Definitely all day. Niggas don't want enough to get this nigga off the.
You do need some personality.
You gotta have something. It's not just about the songs. If we talking about catalog, then y'all are absolutely right.
Okay.
2 Chainz will get smoked. Chris Brown will get smoked.
Let me ask you this though. When has Ross not shown personality when he's done interviews and things like that?
Most definitely.
He definitely
Most
sounds
definitely.
like Shaq every time he talks.
Yeah, he sounds like
definitely,
Shaq, but he shows a whole lot of personality.
I like
he
these
has
chicken
a
wings, most definitely.
boss persona that he puts on everywhere.
Yeah,
Shout out to Bel Air.
I don't think that's
chicken
gonna.
wings.
I don't think
Most
that's gonna work.
definitely.
I don't think that's gonna work against Chainz. First off, Chainz finna turn that shit into a
And
party.
hold up, and let me go this route. And I'm gonna come back to. I want to hear your Usher, Chris Brown shit. Let me go this route, right? When we talk about these pockets, a lot of us like to think of Ross as the smooth Maybach music Ross. Mm-hmm. Ross has a lot of turn up records where those could be his weakness, because Chainz has better turn up records than Ross does, in my opinion. So if Chainz makes it to where Ross is playing nothing but turn up joints, Ross may be in trouble.
2 Chainz gonna turn that motherfucker into a party.
Ross may be in trouble.
Ross has anything that two Chainz can throw
good.
at him. He had Look at his music. He has anything that you can throw.
When it comes to when it comes to these verses, the only person outright had the best music and smoked them was Luda.
Yeah.
Everybody else that had the best music almost came out of it with an L.
But look at why Luda had the best music and smoked them. Because Luda had things for everything. And Ross, it should have been Ross versus Luda. They have similar catalogs.
Luda was the only one that showed up very prepared to smoke a nigga.
Yeah. But we knew that was going to happen.
12 did.
Nah. Yeah. 112 and Luda. 112 and Luda.
Jagged ass fumble.
Nah, they just got exposed.
They fumbled that shit.
Okay, Ivan, man, talk to me.
Chris Brown has hit records. He has. I would say he has more hit records. Of course, he's put out more volumes of music. He has. If we're doing nothing but hits, Chris Brown can easily win it.
Yeah.
I don't think you're tuning in to just. I think you're tuning in for a mood. You're tuning in for an experience. I don't think Chris Brown has as much experience, music that's going to give you an experience. Most of Chris Brown's music sounds similar. Either the music itself has a similar feel, or the subject matter is similar.
All right, let me ask you this: what's Usher's Thanos records? Like, there's nothing Chris Brown has that's gonna beat this.
That's what I'm saying. If you're talking about strictly hits, Chris Brown has bigger hits than Usher. I'll give you that. But Chris Brown's hits, the music, that's what I'm saying. Either the music sounds the same or the subject matter is similar on a lot of Chris Brown's hits.
You can't do that.
Yeah, you talked about range. You specifically said range. When I say
range, I mean like, okay, so Luda was the best example, right? Luda showed incredible range. Yep. He played hits throughout all his albums. He played features. We was like, damn, we forgot about that shit. Mm-hmm. He showed, that was perfection if we had ever seen it. I don't think Usher has that.
I think Usher has more feel.
Chris Brown does.
His music has more feel. So he can turn up. I can fuck you. I can talk about love.
We can't do that. You can't do that though, because look at what happened with Babyface and Teddy Riley. That's your argument right there, and Teddy Riley got smoked.
I don't know. To me, it comes to showmanship. Like, anytime I watch anything, I'm thinking about the entertainment wise. They come to showmanship. And Chris Brown and Usher both are showmen. Like, they both know how to entertain.
This is a fact.
It's true.
They both know how to entertain. So it's
regardless
of the music they bring in.
Are you gonna stay in the same pocket the whole? You talk about pockets. Like, are you gonna stay in the same turn up pocket for 20 hits?
Usher can
Lil Jon did it,
but Usher could hit the pockets with him.
I think with Usher. Okay, so when we were sitting down, Skinny, and we was watching Snoop and X. Mm-hmm. At some point, we were like, "Damn, is this nigga gonna play another song off of Doggy Style?"
Facts.
So to me, Chris Brown has hits throughout all his projects. At some point, if we watching this battle, we're gonna be like, "Damn, is this nigga gonna play another song off of Confession? Okay. Is this nigga gonna play another song off of 8701? Is this nigga gonna play another song off of My Way?"
That's the argument I have. Like, if Usher say, "Okay, I'm gonna play Superstar," does Chris Brown have a Superstar counter record? Not saying does he have a hit to counter. Does he have a song similar to Superstar? He doesn't.
That's when I break out one of my Thanos joints.
So but you're gonna have to stay in your whole pocket. All your Thanos joints are in one pocket. So if I hit you with some shit, if I hit you with some love shit,
I don't know what you keep saying. One pocket.
Chris Brown's record. I keep saying Chris Brown's record either have a similar feel or a similar subject matter. All his hits. So that's what I'm saying. If Usher comes out with if he comes out with a Superstar, what in Chris?
That's like me saying, well, Usher, how many songs you gonna play about love? Like you keep saying
So
the same.
if I play a song about love, does Chris Brown have a love song? A song about love? No, he's talking about hoes. All this song.
I'm gonna take you down.
That's it. You go back to 14-year-old.
Nigga, that's just.
He for sure bringing yo.
Nigga, this nigga's wildin' right now, bro.
I got yo
This
against
nigga's
Superstar
wildin'.
more so.
He been talking about hoes for the last 12 years. Women have been hoes for the last 12 years.
I don't think when it comes down to this versus shit is the music. How do the people ingest the music at that point in time? The subject matter means nothing, and it goes back to we're debating their catalogs. You'll be absolutely right to say Usher was smoking when it comes to catalogs, but we're talking about verses.
I'm saying if you once you get past the turn up music, once we stop dancing, and you have to give a feeling to this music. Does Chris Brown have those records?
Yeah, he has no BS. He has
no BS is about sex.
You said when you get out of the turn up.
You
God
said
damn! Where's your argument?
You right.
Because he gonna drop Take You Down and
He got joints. Take You Down, no BS.
Yeah.
Wet the Bed. Drunk Texan if he wanted to. That was a nice.
Drunk texting. You gonna play
Drunk
drunk texting
texting.
in the battle?
I wouldn't, but I'm just saying. Do you think he dropped the Don't Think You Know? Don't Think You Know was pretty big for his time. That's the Aaliyah feature.
It was trash.
What?
Don't Think You Know. This nigga's wild.
The Chris Brown Aaliyah joint was good to you?
That shit was
I
dope.
won't say trash. I might have been too harsh. It wasn't good though.
That shit was nice to me. I liked it.
He got some shit. He got different shit.
He got some shit.
He got some shit on different albums. Like I say,
And that's the range we're talking about.
with me, it always come to showmanship. Like, I feel like DMX, when it was DMX and Snoop, I feel like DMX was kind of getting Snoop with the music because his counter punches was punches.
Agreed.
But
Yes.
Snoop was performing, like him freestyling and doing. He was performing. He was making you pay attention to him. Like, man, Snoop know, he's a DJ. Snoop know how to get your attention.
Yeah.
I think
Snoop was an amazing jobber.
Yeah.
Shout out to the homie Kale when they, the shit I think the goatest quote I've ever probably heard is everything is pro wrestling, and I think Snoop was a jobber, and a jobber's job is to get this person over. This person gonna beat your ass. You get them over, and I think Snoop did an incredible job of highlighting the career that is DMX. I think Snoop could have obliterated him if he wanted to.
For sure, he could have.
But the way he gave that brother his flowers, man. Shout out to Snoop for that.
The way he showed love to the song. I think it's gonna come down to the same thing with kind of Usher and Chris Brown.
Nah, that's gonna be a battle, nigga.
No, I think it's gonna be a battle for sure. But they got a lot of hits together. Usher and Chris Brown got a lot of hits together, so I think for sure it's gonna be a battle. But I think it's gonna come to Usher being able to be like to really control it. Chris Brown. If Coked Out Chris Brown come in there, your entertainment's
And I need niggas to chill on the Nas slander, bro. And Juicy J, man, stop. This nigga gonna call out every legend he can get to.
He's trying to get on their platform.
Absolutely, but come on, man. The Nas slander is getting outrageous. Y'all gotta stop.
What did he say? What was it not?
Nah, niggas was basically like, nigga, Juicy J smoked that nigga.
on the verses because it's not the same type of music.
Yeah, we
gotta put Nas versus lyricists. Like, they're not even giving Juicy J.
Ain't nobody even who you gonna put up against Nas if Hov don't do it.
Who you gonna put up against Juicy J?
Ooh, Juicy J. I'll put up.
His closest battle was 2 Chainz, probably.
Yeah, he right about that shit.
I don't think you really got nobody for Juicy J.
I like a Juicy J Pat.
Yeah, I don't say another
Just for some,
motherfucker from Memphis.
just on some street shit.
Yeah.
Juicy J and Project Pat.
That's exactly what that's gonna turn into.
But Juicy J has done an amazing job at reinventing his career. What, 2-3 times?
And you know what? It's on what Juicy J want to do.
I do Juicy J versus Bun.
Ooh. Juicy J might get into his production bag if he goes.
Juicy J versus Bun B.
No, I'm saying
I don't see that
Juicy
being
J
good.
might have to get into his production bag if he go against Bun. Bun, as far as
Bun got some shit, man.
Bun got some shit.
Oh, I ain't saying he
and
don't.
Bun is a Houston legend, so they gonna show up for Bun.
Yeah.
There's like 4 different Juicy J's that Juicy J can drop.
Yeah.
So
He got some production though. Juicy J done produced some tracks.
yeah.
He got some production for their ass. Well, for Nas, I don't see him against Nas for sure.
Are y'all shout out to Netflix? Did you see all the black sitcoms they purchased?
Yeah.
I didn't like any of them, but
You ain't like none of them?
yeah, I wasn't really.
What they get?
Moesha, the Parkers, Girlfriends, Game,
The Game season 1 through 3, I think.
1-on-1.
Yeah, they got like all the.
So none of the BET shit.
They got all of like the.
I fuck with the game 1 through 3. I don't fuck with the one just BET.
Yeah. What was the other 2?
That 1-on-1 trash though.
The Parkers.
They didn't get none of the. That's why, I didn't watch any of those.
They got all the white black
not at all.
sitcoms. All the sitcoms that the white folks.
Yeah, everybody kept saying the Fresh Prince, and I don't think they know that HBO Max has trashed them up. HBO Max when it come out. I think a lot of people gonna drop that Disney.
That could drop at the beginning of the month, don't it?
Yeah, and they showed that Superman in the black. They said that movie like 4
The
hours.
Zack Snyder cut?
Mhm.
I don't think we ever gonna get it.
No, it's coming on HBO Max.
Is it?
Yeah, they showed clips of it. They showed Superman in the black.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, they've already showed clips of it.
It's not a Superman movie I like, so I'm not even.
It's his version of Justice League. But what happened was his daughter died,
Oh, okay.
so they ended up kind of like scrapping it, and then another director took it over. But his is still there, so that's why it seems like every month they be like release the Snyder cut because it's rated R.
Oh, okay.
So they're like release the Snyder cut. So now with HBO Max,
I'm letting niggas know right now. DC go fully rated R. Marvel is
I'm
in
telling you,
fucking
they
trouble.
in trouble. So you got the Fresh Prince. Everybody is can't wait till this Justice League come out. So HBO Max got some shit that Disney gonna be in trouble. Disney in trouble. Okay, so and
Yeah.
here we go. So you asked us, do you feel the need to be humble about your achievements because of how others perceive it if you pat yourself on your own back? And you got this from our interview. Well, I'm gonna let you go into it.
Yeah, I definitely got this from the interview that we did with the brother Flo, and the one thing that stuck with me is what he said is when we asked like why he didn't accept any of the money, and he's like because he didn't want the message being confused, basically. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, this brother did something that we feel and that a lot of people feel is incredible for this woman. And so a lot of people felt the need to do something incredible for him.
Right.
And for this brother to feel the need to not accept the incredible things that other people are doing for him simply because of how it's going to be perceived if he was, like, that's trash to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I don't care, what it is. I don't care if the brother went out and spent that on a new Mustang or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is how the universe just came back and gave you your flowers, basically. You see what I'm saying?
But I think it only reason why I'm with him on that because
Yeah.
it hurts her case.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
He kept on saying he didn't want to do it because he didn't want to hurt her case, like what she had going on. He didn't want to hurt that by putting the attention on him. So he didn't want to hurt the case. So I think that's what make it different.
That's
I think
just
like
not
when
the way
everything
I
is
took
over,
it.
I'll drop my GoFundMe on their ass.
Yeah, that's just not the way I took it. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, to me, I just took it as, like, man, if I take this money, everybody gonna think I did it, to get something in return. And it's like, damn, can we just not accept the return that comes from our good karma, basically?
Yeah.
And that's the way that's the reason why I asked that.
I think when you have a platform, it becomes a gift and a curse.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can't enjoy the fruits of your heroism
Yeah.
without it being scrutinized.
Yeah.
So at this point, because there are so many eyes on this brother, his every move is going to be questioned.
Yeah.
And it does suck because when you do get to the point where, man, you know what I mean, I put in so much work, I deserve this. Niggas gonna be like, oh well, why you ain't? And that kind of sucks. Or maybe he genuinely don't care. Like I don't.
Yeah. No, no. I mean, I think he obviously did it for the right reasons and all of that, and his intentions are pure. You see what I'm saying? I would just like, for what came around to him, for him to be able to enjoy that also. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's good people in the world that deserve for good things to happen to them.
Absolutely. I'm glad he has the viewpoint he has. 'Cause I know at one point we had a conversation here on View. I don't know if we had the conversation on the mic.
Yeah.
I know there was a conversation about getting paid to do certain things in the face of civil justice. And I know the viewpoint that I had, that I feel was the consensus of the group, was like certain shit you shouldn't be getting paid for. So if this is the position we had,
This conversation.
yeah, you know exactly what conversation I'm talking about. I ain't gonna say it on the mic, but y'all know. So if that was the position we had a month and a half, 2 months ago, why are we feeling like, okay, now this brother deserves a reward? I'm not saying he doesn't. I'm not saying he doesn't, because what he did was absolutely altruistic. It came from the purest intentions.
Yeah.
So if people decide to rock with him, because it's not something he asked for.
Yeah.
And people decide to give from their hearts because cool. And if you want to accept it, cool. I'm not knocking you for that.
Yeah.
But again, as a group, we agreed that, it was kind of a consensus that, if you're doing something for the purpose of doing it, you shouldn't necessarily be getting quote unquote paid for it. So why are we feeling like now?
No, because I feel like in the context of that conversation, it was people that are doing it because they're knowing that something might be on the back end for them. This brother had no clue that something's going to be on a. He had no clue that it was even going to blow up the way it did. Right. So obviously him doing it was something different. You know what I'm saying? As far as the whole, people getting paid to protest and all of that stuff, that's completely different to me because they already know it's a market out there for that. If they get their face, far enough in the forefront.
I want to bring it back to a human level for a minute. Do you guys feel the need to humble yourself about your achievements because of how others will perceive it?
I don't feel the need to humble myself. I'm just naturally humble, so I don't. Anything I do is for me. So if I decide to market it, it's not, I don't care about anybody else's opinion. But for the most part, I don't. Like I like to take my W's in private, and I like to take my L's in public. So I'm the complete opposite.
Well, I've seen you a few times on the side where I was like, nigga, this is me.
I mean, every now and then you gotta stick your chest out and be like, yeah, but a lot of times, for the most part, I like to take there's shit I do or there's shit I accomplish, I keep that in the pocket. But I think any L's I take, I like to come in here and I talk. I either here or on the time, like I talk about them because I'm human. Like I want to be transparent because you see people mostly just celebrate their W's. Yeah, and they don't give you the full story. They don't tell you what it took or how many L's I had to take to get to this W. I'm only highlighting the W. So I take my W's in private. Like if I win, it's for me. It ain't for nobody else.
I don't know if I'm being humble. I just don't want you in my business.
That too.
So even when it comes to Code 7, I've seen you post just your stats and your subscribers and shit like that. Like, is that?
I post where we at as far because it is this is a goal. This is a goal of mine. So I for sure post where we at, but it's a lot I don't post.
Gotcha.
It's a lot that I leave on where it's at. It's a lot of stuff I don't say as far as I give people. I let people know that I appreciate them for the love that they're showing.
Yeah.
Like I appreciate you for the love that you're showing. But I don't try to turn it into a brag like, oh, we doing this. Like when I see another reaction from Vegas or something like that, I just go on there and show genuine love, and shout out to you. Like keep it going. Yeah. Hopefully we can all get together and be a community and grow. So yeah, a lot of shit I try to just like I said, I don't know if it's being humble. I just don't want you fully in my business. I just want you to know what I want you to know and no more than that.
And I know you're not on social media, but you are a part of the Views family. No matter how you try to act all cool and shit about it. Has there been a point yet where you feel like you've achieved something within our group, and how did you handle it? Because you're not on social media, so
yeah. I mean, I feel like I achieved the you know, how do you want to put this? I achieved the. I don't even know how to fucking word it. You know, just put it like this. I don't want to beat y'all ass after each other. Like, you know. Yeah. I mean, that's so whatever level of, you know, maturity or whatever, I just achieved that level of maturity. Like, you know, you know what I'm saying? That's that, you know. But, you know, there will be achievements that I'm sure I'll have in life to where, you know, I don't give a fuck how anybody feels about it. You know, I'm going to, you know, pat myself on the back. But I will make sure that when I do that, it's not in a way that puts someone else down. Because I think that's where a lot of people, you know, make their mistakes at.
Weaponize their achievements.
Yeah.
Always. It drives me fucking crazy and insane when I see someone using their achievements to shit on others that have yet to achieve that.
Yeah.
That shit is trash, dude. And I think that's what stops so many people from achieving their goals. Not just in life, in podcasting or whatever it is. You fucking weaponize your achievements and then you start acting like you've achieved the success that you've yet to even have.
Yeah.
You have no fucking reason to be acting like this. Like, nigga, who the fuck are you?
Yeah, and the thing about it is, you know, like a motherfucker, right? They'll buy a house and they'll start shitting on people that live in an apartment. Like they wasn't living in an apartment a month ago.
That's called
shit,
that's,
you know what I'm saying?
that privilege.
And you know, the thing is, you got to understand everybody run a different race. Not your goals is not going to be the same as someone else's goals.
It's a fact.
They may not ever want the car that you know that you just bought. You know, that may have never been in their future.
Yeah.
You know.
And there are people who genuinely don't want to own homes because there's maintenance and other shit involved in owning a home.
Yeah. That
a lot of people don't. I'd rather live where I have a maintenance man. And you know, if some shit go wrong, it don't come out of my pocket. Some people genuinely want that. That's why I think a lot of people get like townhomes or condos, I guess, or shit like that, because I don't want to own a home where everything that go bad in this everything that go bad in this space is on me to fix it.
I know a brother who sold his home, and with the money from selling his home, he bought a motherfucking F-250 and he bought a fifth wheel. All right, him and his wife already homeschooled their kids. All they do is travel. That's it.
That's love.
I think that's the reason why I don't think I've ever, since we've been doing this, celebrated an achievement of ours. I think I just continue pushing. And sometimes I'm so hard on myself. Like, shout out to Anisha. You know, she's the voice of reason a lot of the times. So what I look at our achievements like, I don't recognize them for one, and two, they make me go even harder to the point where I start feeling like we're failing.
Yeah.
And that's what she be like, man, hold on. Like, you guys have accomplished a lot.
Yeah.
Within these last this year. So you guys have accomplished a lot. So you need to chill, sit back, and look at what you guys have achieved.
Yeah.
Cause I'll get to the point where, man, I'll be like, man, we fucking behind, we ain't doing shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I truly love what I do.
Yeah.
I have opinion. I have strong opinions, and that ain't gonna never go nowhere. I'm in the opinion business.
Yeah.
So at times you do have to. I mean, I don't know, man.
Well, let me ask you that when you say, oh, you know, you feel like we're behind. Are you judging that off of the expectations where you thought we'd be at this point, or off of the expectations of where another podcast is?
It's not. No, hell no. I think with us, I don't just. I don't really get in my bag too often, but I genuinely feel like there's no one fucking with us.
Yeah.
I do feel like where we are now, I'm gauging just off of what we do and what we have done, we could do more.
Okay.
I think I don't know. I've never sat back and really sat down and was like, damn, look at what we've accomplished. Like, even when they act, Wifey and Anisha asks, like, how was the show? I'll be like, it was cool.
Yeah.
I do that every week.
Yeah.
But that's also me in my head. Like, I'm always thinking about, like, what could we do better? What could we do better? And I'm fully committed to the grind, right? So I know things will not change instantaneously. But I know, like, some things where how we can make this better. As far as just straight achievements go, I guess it feels good to me when, my influence is acknowledged. I don't do it. And it also feels good, when there's times where, like, when Deborah, shout out to the sister Deborah, was like, I'm grateful for, him reaching out and doing this, because when I reach out to people, I'm genuinely interested in them and what they do. It's not just, I want you on here so to help me. I'm genuinely interested in what y'all do. Like the story, shout out to the brother Flo, someone where I can damn near, I can be like, man, that's man's right there. You know what I'm saying? But Ivan gave me that story, and I really, because Ivan cared about this story, I really took it in, and it inspired me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So you never know what may inspire you until you be like, you know what, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to give my attention to this.
Yeah.
And because we didn't know about this story. And I think what changed for me when it came to this, I tell you guys this all the time, when it comes to what we do, what changed for me is I started giving everything that you guys bring up, I started giving it the same energy as the shit that I want to talk about.
Yeah.
That was what changed for me. So once I started giving it the same energy, now it's like, it's new. It's new, so it's exciting. It's new. What the fellas want to talk about. And that kind of what changed for me. But I don't celebrate achievements. I don't acknowledge them. But I see my influence. And I think that's enough for me to be like, all right, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm doing something. Do you feel like it's important for a person to take time to celebrate their achievements, even if it's in private?
Yeah, I mean, if it's in private, for sure, I feel like you should celebrate every little achievement, simply to reassure yourself that you're going in the direction that you want it to go. Every little goal that you reach along the way actually adds up to your main goal. So it ain't no way that you can actually celebrate the main goal at the end without in some way celebrating the minor goals. So I feel like it's very important.
Absolutely, it is. I think a lot of times people get focused on the goal and they get lost. They're not focused on the journey. There's so much beauty in the journey. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
If you was to drive from here to California and all you see is the road, you missing the mountains, you missing the tree, you missing you're gonna miss a bunch of shit. Yeah. So I think it's always important to keep a wide perspective, so you're not just focused on the goal and you miss all the beautiful moments that happen in between. You know what I mean?
Privately, yeah. I think it's important to also do it with your team. To let your team know.
Absolutely.
Because I think you tend to point out your losses with your team, and it get discouraging to the teammates. So I think it's important to tell your team. Like I know, anytime me and bro sit down, I always like, look, bro, you grew here, you grew here, you grew here.
Yeah.
Now these may be some flaws, but you're growing here. And I try to always do that to keep him motivated, so we can keep going, so he can look towards doing something new or growing what he want to do, because this show that he came with me with is his show. So I want to keep them on toes. Like, this is what you want to do, and this is where your growth is at. So I think it's important to, privately, pat yourself on the back and your team to let them know, like, man, look, shout out.
Yeah.
I don't know. We've been doing this so long. I think, is there an argument we haven't had?
I don't know. We've had so many. some of the conversations are old. It might be time to rehash some of the conversations.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't.
Plus, it's been 2.5 years. I can guarantee you the conversation we've had 2 years ago, and if we had it today, our perspective will be totally different because we're not the same people we were 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Facts.
Well, I think because of we used to kick it a lot, but I think because of what has transpired in the world, it kind of shut that down a lot.
The new normal.
The new normal has shut that down a lot, and I don't know, man. I try to, cause I'm a loner. So unless you are in my space, you'll never know how you probably still won't know how I'm feeling. You won't. I think with what we've done now, or what we do now, I think we know what's at stake. I don't think I, at this point, need to give you out a pick me up. At this point. Now, when I say pick me up, I mean I shouldn't have to almost drag you guys to show up like we just started. We've all, including and the four of us, been doing this long enough to where I've seen the growth in all of you to the point where you've all branched out and are doing your own thing with whatever you gained from here.
True.
So there are some things that we are just simply past at this point. Now, are there going to be arguments to come about what we could be doing or what we can be doing? Maybe. But like Ivan has said, perspectives are different.
True.
All that we've endured, I'm pretty proud of where we are today with what we've endured. I think the drive inside of me is the drive inside of me. If it was 2 years ago, we'd probably be like done.
What you mean by that?
Yeah.
Because I used to be very, 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 very vocal about my expectations, but in a way where it started mad arguments. It wasn't productive. So I kind of learned from that and slid back a little bit.
So you realize you toxic.
I wouldn't call it toxic, but I bear responsibilities that you may not have to.
Yeah.
So there is more at stake with me than there is with you. I remember the time, and I'm not throwing y'all guys out there, but I remember the time when we decided to do, each of us had our own show. Remember that? Way back.
Yeah.
I think it was right after a big ass fallout too. Each of us decided to do our own show.
You decided. Everybody should do their own show.
Did I? No, that wasn't me.
Yeah, using your back feelings.
So it was easy for me at that time because I did no research for anything. It was easy for me to come in there and sit down and just put on headphones.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bigger responsibility when I have to put this shit together. It's a difference.
Facts.
So I recognize that I may care about this. I may care about this a little more than y'all did at that point.
Facts.
So now that you're doing your own things, in my mind, you guys should be more aware of, well, damn, that's how he was feeling. Because we've all talked now. We've all talked.
Yeah.
And now, through the conversation, I'm like, okay, see, now you see. Now you see a little bit.
Yeah.
It's a little different when you. It's a little different when you in the A seat.
Agreed.
So, my expectations for you guys.
We haven't done that with
We haven't done that yet.
We ain't. What's the AC?
No, we ain't did that yet. It's coming
Oh,
up.
yeah, no, it ain't.
It's coming. It's coming. But my expectations for you guys, I care so much that I really wasn't understanding where you guys were coming with it. But I'm not going to like coddle you. What do you want me to say? Like, oh my God. When y'all put out some heat or when y'all say some heat, I give my acknowledgement. I don't know. Is someone missing?
No, but encouragement goes a long way. You know what I mean? I don't know at your job how it is.
Okay.
But I know for me, and even though I'm not in an office setting, but I know most people work in like an office setting or work in a setting where there's a group of people. You can turn, if you have a bad manager, you can turn a good worker into a worker who don't give a fuck.
Facts. Or, let me give it a different way.
Okay.
You were already a bad worker, but you want acknowledgement for the little things you do when you do them.
That could be. It could be. But if I come to work and I give 100% effort, whether it's great or not,
Yeah.
if I give 100% effort and you only point out the negative I do, after a while I know when I come in here, he's not gonna give regardless of how the quality of work I do.
Yeah.
Motherfucker only gonna have something negative to say anyway.
Yeah.
So why would I come in here and try to do quality work if you're only gonna point out
But
the
okay, so
negative?
my thing is, as a manager, even of what we do here, I have no problem giving you guys your flowers, so
Okay.
to speak. I have even calmed down on giving criticism. I've calmed down on that a lot. You rarely even hear. I don't even really.
I'll give you that.
Because of all the headbutting we used to do back in the day, you rarely hear me say anything no more. Because now I'm at the point now where we all know what's at stake. We've been doing this for over 2 years now.
Yes.
So now where my thing is if you're not going to do it, then I'm going to learn how. And then we go from there. At this point, I'm not the button heads like this. We're not doing this no more.
True.
So I ain't even. You know when you slacking up. You know it. So I'm not going to coddle you, and I'm not going to coddle laziness. If I can sit down and give my all into what we do for a couple hours a day, so can you. Especially when we're all doing something different. But I'm not going to coddle you when we both know you giving like half-ass. You're not prepared. And it shows. So what do you want me to say? How do I make a lazy worker good if it's not in them?
If you're a lazy worker, you're gonna be lazy.
If you're a lazy worker,
There it go.
you're gonna be lazy.
That's not gonna change.
So
You give him a lazy job.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
it.
great fucking
Yeah.
thinking.
Yeah. Tell him just turn the light on. That's your job. Turn the light on.
But as far as us four goes, I'm very, very proud of where we are now. I don't think there's a difference between really, really wanting something and seeing it come to fruition. And where we
What?
fruition. That's what I said, right?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Ain't that what I said?
Oh, you said it.
Yeah. Because you can have all the drive, you can have all the want to do something, But to see it come into reality is a different look. Just to put so much work into something that you have people waiting to hear from you guys every week, that's a lot of work being put in. To have conversations last days, a conversation that came out of the mouths of us that lasts on the timeline for days, that's a lot of work being put in. Our content lives days. That's a lot of work being put in. So, yeah, I'm proud of all y'all, man. I'm at a different place in this space now.
That's growth.
So, we talk about giving, we always talk about giving people their flowers while they're alive. Who gets those flowers in your life?
Shit, only my parents. I say that all the time though. Like my pops, my moms. Only ones I really just throw them flowers out all the time. Yeah, that's it. No, my brother. Any family period. I throw them to my family all the time.
For me, it's always been my Uncle Von. It's pretty much always gonna be my Uncle Von. Just the things that he's done for my mother. For us coming up, the fact that him and his wife couldn't have kids, and so they just adopted 2 kids and made sure that the things they had to offer in this world was given to someone. I don't give a fuck what it is. Like, if I get a fucking call right now and say something happened to him right now, I'm going right to the airport, going right to Atlanta. It's simple as that. So yeah.
I don't know if I have anybody other than probably Vinci.
Oh, shut
like,
up.
you know what I mean? I say, like, I've seen the growth in you as a man. And it's definitely in this space, you know, the things you're still trying to accomplish, the things you're still trying to learn, you're still trying to hit your goal. So,
Shout out.
yeah, other than you, I can't think of nobody else I consistently give flowers to.
I give my flowers to all y'all. Ivan, your growth as a man. All you guys, your growth as a man. I think Skinny again has shown the most, and I don't know if that's a compliment. It's pretty low.
I was at the lowest.
He sit in a higher chair, so
Any growth is a lot of growth when it comes to.
Any conversation that includes Vinci and growth, it's got to be a positive.
Yeah. But yeah, man, shout out to you guys, man. And I think for all your quote unquote assholeness, your mind and your thoughts and opinions are flower worthy. I don't think you really understand how much I look to you for every week for what you got going on in that mind of yours.
I agree.
Skinny, all that you do, for our show does not. What's the word I'm trying to use? Go unnoticed. There we go. I think with you, like Ivan has said, I think you have the most potential out of all of us because you have a set of skills that you can take anywhere.
Yeah.
And I think that is a calling that you have to understand, that you have people out here that are really going to push you to perfect because you can do something with them. I see much bigger things for you than where we are now. And I think Ivan, if any of us, Ivan is the one that I probably connect to the most because we're so similar. And I think that's why we butted heads in the beginning so much. So I can always look to the right because I know my guy. I know my guy gets me a little bit. You know what I mean? But I think
You know what's funny? I know before you look over here, you about to look over here.
yeah,
you're
the only one that gets it, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's why my face always be looking at the camera because I just put my eye. I know this nigga about to look over here.
When I drop some shit, he gets it. But he's the, you know what I mean, the one that what's the word? Damn, man, all this shit is off the dome, by the way. But you're the one I look to I look to the most. You're the one that I don't know the fucking word, man. I don't know the word. We alike in a lot of ways. Very different.
T.I. would have had the word.
very different, but we are alike in a lot of ways. And I do genuinely consider all you guys friends. As much as a loner I am, I think you all kind of got to that at this point where this is nothing fake about.
I think the world knows that.
It's not nothing fake about my personality. I don't try to do this on purpose. It's kind of just who I am. But you guys are the ones that I spend the most time with. And especially before Ant came along, people like to ask about our chemistry and how we're so good together. And that's because we genuinely kicked it and we became friends through this. We genuinely kicked it. So at times you're going to hear, if you was to go back to all our cringeworthy old episodes, it was because we were butting heads. At our greatest, some of our greatest episodes, that's because we were genuinely in a good space.
Talk about some of your greatest, nigga. The greatest episode ever was when you and Ivan was going at it, nigga. Ever. I don't give a fuck, nigga. I was not on this show, so I can say it as a fan, nigga. That shit was hilarious.
Yeah, a lot of it we were genuinely butting heads, but that's because we genuinely cared about each other.
Yeah.
So when we went through the little bullshit that we went through, it hurt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think as men, it's hard to put that ego to the side and say, hold up. Let's toll up. Let's have a real conversation before it gets to this place.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But now, you know what I mean, we back in there's that.
Absolutely.
Damn. That was shit.
That got deep.
Yeah, I did.
Hey, I appreciate it, though,
I got
man.
deep.
All that you just went through, man, and expressing yourself, I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, man. It's not. Hey, listen. It's not easy. I don't think motherfuckers understand. A lot of times, it's not easy to get on this mic and say some of the shit that we say.
It ain't.
You know what I mean? Like it's hard to open up your demons for the whole world to listen to and criticize.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's tough. It's tough to do. I think that's what separates us, to me, more than anything else. Because I think we come in here and we open ourselves up to a lot more than the average person would or we would be willing to.
And not only that, opening yourself up, and trying to express yourself, and the words come out wrong type of stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that happens every episode with one of us. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, because I mean, like
we don't edit that shit out. We don't stop re-record that part. No, that's not what we do.
We've been doing this for a little over 2 years, and I think we've used that edit button maybe 3 times. The majority of, for our listeners out there now, and man, shout out to all of y'all because you don't have to do this. But for our listeners out there, some of you guys' greatest episodes, we hate it. Some of you guys, some of the greatest moments that have come on this podcast, the majority of them is freestyle. And again, man, I appreciate y'all, man. Anyone who's ever taken the time to listen, who's ever taken the time to shoot one of us a text message about it, someone who didn't understand and maybe tried to be messy on the low without understanding how we work. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to anybody who's ever rated us on iTunes. Shout out to anybody who's ever reviewed us on Apple Podcasts. Shout out to anyone who's ever done anything for us.
Except the motherfuckers on YouTube. We don't appreciate y'all.
Hey man, shout out to y'all. Man, look, shout out to y'all too.
Angry, man. Jesus. You can have a different opinion than y'all? Shit.
Shout out to y'all too. I think, yeah, without y'all, man, we're nothing. As long as, you know, what drives me the most is, man, us seeing our content circulating for days. Not just a drop and forget, but circulating for days. That is a great fucking feeling. From starting where we started. Zero fucking experience. We started from the bottom. Didn't know how to do this. None of us had a Twitter when this started.
Facts.
And to see where we are today, I gotta give us our flowers. For the first time. And cheers to many more. Fellas, do y'all have anything? Anything on your mind? Anything you want to get off before we?
Nah, man, I just want to say I appreciate you, brother, man. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know if I could. Some of the conversations we've had in here, I don't know if I could have with just anybody.
No.
So I appreciate y'all, brother, man.
I held that. I held the trans conversation for days. So.
Yeah, some of the shit I couldn't talk about, you know, with just anybody, and I appreciate y'all for allowing me a space where I feel safe to have some conversations. Because I've come in here and I've said some shit that was.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I appreciate y'all opportunity to have those conversations and to connect with me on those levels. So shout out to y'all, man. Appreciate it.
Sure. Appreciate that.
Yeah, I ain't really got nothing, but shout out to the team though. For sure, shout out to the team, man. This has been a hell of an experience for me. It changed a lot for me. So shout out to y'all.
And anything?
Oh, I ain't got nothing this week, man.
All right, man. Shout out to everybody, man.
Oh, before, if you are simultaneously trying to cancel Tory Lanez and still saying you're not giving up R. Kelly, you're special kind of stupid.
Man, look.
I think, like I said, shout out to Meg, man. But she has to, again, the platforms we talk about, right? With a platform that big, you can't expect everyone to feel sorry for you without knowing the entire story. And she has to understand that she is the product of the people. So the people want to know what happened to her. She's past the point of respect my privacy. That's out. And I think her silence, and the law may be involved, so you got to respect that. But her silence, well, she keeps talking about it, but she's on her Jada shit right now. Like, she's talking about it, but not really saying nothing. So the people the people now have more questions than they do have answers. And the more she talks and the more she goes silent, the more questions the people are going to have.
Absolutely. People gonna fill in the blanks for themselves. Meg ain't the issue. It's the people that are like cancel Tory. But at the same time,
Well, I mean,
I'm still
if and when it does come out that because she said it was no accident. So if and when it does come out that he did shoot her, I think it's a wrap. If it comes out that he purposely shot her in both feet, so this is shoot down, not a shot. This is shoot.
This is shoot.
Yeah, this is a shooting. This is not he shot me. He was shooting me. She said both feet. He's done.
Nah, I don't think so.
Shit.
You see Rick Allen's face?
That ain't shooting.
Gunshots.
More people can relate to getting more. I feel like more women can relate.
America still has a funny relationship when it comes to domestic violence, but when it comes to shooting someone, we talking about a whole nother different.
2 hit records. That's all it takes. My faith in people is minimal.
Hey man, it took Chris Brown a year to get his number 1 after Rihanna. I think it took him a whole year. I think Deuces was his first number 1 after the Rihanna shit, right? That took a whole year. But Tory shot her.
So it's gonna take him 2 years.
Allegedly. Alright, y'all, man. Till next week, man. Thank you for listening. We out. Peace. It's just a villain bit. That's what he do, right?
Who knows?
I think that's corrupt. He like, it's just a villain pretend.
I think he started with this Incredible.
Yeah, but that's the case. It's the incredible.
This is dog food.
New York, big city of dreams, and every minute and always what it seems. You might get dream when you come from out of town, and from the dark. New York, big.
That's what you down.
That's cold.
All right, y'all. Peace. We out.
There you go.
Corrupt ain't giving enough credit.
I think that this record there kind of killed his career a little bit.
Bro,
Yeah.
listen,
Did DMX
I didn't even
play?
say that. When DMX played the diss record to Corrupt and Snoop was saying the lyrics, I was like,
I went back and I listened to that X record and I Googled the lyrics after you brought it up, I think, on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
It sounded like he was talking about Eminem.
Nah, he was fucking, Corrupt was fucking with the girl from 3LW at the time, and X used to fuck with her too.
Yeah, but X's
That's
lyrics.
not what they were talking about. What they were talking about? Foxy Brown.
Oh, it's Foxy Brown.
And he had started fucking with 3LW, so he brought that up afterwards.
But I started looking at X's lyrics and I got more Eminem than anybody.
Think you should win it, man?
What song? What DMX song was it?
Party Up.
Party Up.
That's a diss record.
That's a diss record.
Mm.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna make me lose my mind.
First Drake.
Up in-
That's
I like
first
that
Drake.
record.
Party Up is right under Hateration Holleration. I immediately turned that shit off. So
Oh, Party Up. Yeah, Party Up gets the ultimate skip.
Oh, that was a motherfucking club
Right
banger
after
for him,
Hateration
though.
Holleration. I mean,
Party Up.
right.
I think Party Up. Ooh, what classic records get the skip? No, you gotta turn this off now. Now we got a conversation. What classic records get the skip?
Hateration Holleration. Party Up. Return of the fucking Mac.
You gotta chill on the Return of the Max.
This is how we do it. It's probably 4 days out of the week.
I can't do this. Is how. Shout out to Nina. Man. She fucked my whole little. This is how we do it. Used to be my shit. I think Nas in that Genuine record. Oh my
You
god.
owe me? That's my
That
shit.
is garbage.
That's my shit.
Hate Me Now is up there.
You don't like Hate Me
I
Now?
think Hate Me Now is up there for
I
sure.
don't like Hate Me Now.
You like all the big Nas records.
Mary J. Family Affair gets to skip.
What the fuck is Family Affair?
Hateration.
That's
Holleration.
Hateration Holleration. There's some more. Tupac, California Love.
California
That's
Love
for
is up
sure.
there.
For sure.
How Do You Want It is a skip for me.
No, I like how you.
Yeah, I like
I
how you
always hate All Do You Want.
I thought when I was little, I always thought he said casket. I always thought they said casket. Coming up as a nigga in the casket.
I don't know what.
It was a minute before I said it's Cash Game.
Yeah.
Oh man, Casey and JoJo, All My Life, skip.
I don't hear that enough
What?
for that to be a skip.
What?
Yeah, I don't hear that enough.
You tripping. I ain't a banger, but I ain't
Yeah.
skipping it. Ain't calling that a skip. California Love. Hateration Holleration. Party Up. Automatic.
Yeah, Party Up, get that. Y'all gonna make skip.
Immediately. I ain't going back to listen to them.
Aaliyah, Rock the Boat,
Come on,
trash.
Come on, man. You want to
Nah, I'm with you on that.
Yeah, Rock the Boat got the skip.
Come on.
What else? Y'all got anything?
No, only one I really skip is Tupac, How Do You Want It? Big records. Yeah. That Usher, yeah. Gets skipped.
Oh yeah, that gets skipped for sure.
Oh my
The
god.
Usher record.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yes. Oh my God, yes. Yes.
Big Pun and Joe.
Don't want to be a player?
Oh, no,
Are you
my shit.
fucking out
That's
your
my shit.
mind, bro?
That's my shit.
Get the fuck out of here. This nigga is on some
And Donnell.
drugs.
Donnell Jones joint.
Oh, it's so hard. Gets to skip.
Oh, what's one with Don Jones? Oh,
It's so hard.
Donald Jones and Left Eye joint. I skip that shit all the time.
You know what's up?
Immediately.
Oh, you
I
niggas is
hate that shit.
now you
That's
niggas is
number
being
4.
disrespectful.
That's number 4.
You
That's
niggas
right
is
at the
being
California love.
disrespectful.
You right. That's right at the
Oh
California
my
love.
God.
You are right.
Yeah, you niggas being disrespectful.
Left Eye verse was.
Oh, that fucking Destiny's Child Survivor. That shit.
Oh,
is a skip
yeah.
Oh,
for
you
sure.
fucking tripping.
That's a
What?
skip.
Survivor's gone.
Yeah.
That's
now that
average.
you're out of my life, it's so much better. And then when the Brow was on it, nigga, that was a moment.
It's a skip.
Independent Woman gets a skip though.
They all get the skip.
A lot of Beyonce get a skip.
A lot of that shit get a skip. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
y'all tripping.
Single ladies, independent women.
Single ladies get the super skip.
Yeah, a
All
lot.
the ladies, skip. All of B's later records get skips to me. I don't know why. I don't know. I don't want to be out to attack me, but a lot of that shit gets to skip, bro.
A lot of Beyonce gets
What's my
skipped.
top 5? What's another one?
I can't believe you said y'all nigga Return of the Mac slander is
Oh no, Return of
crazy.
the Mac is my shit now. I couldn't stand it when it was a hit though, but today that's
What's
my
the
shit.
other one? What's the other one that white people love?
What?
Sermon. I like big that shit.
Oh, you wildin'.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a skip.
Thriller gets the skip for me at this point in time in life.
Hey man, end the episode.
Y'all can
Push the goddamn button.
real shit. Y'all can listen to Thriller all the way through.
Yeah, because I don't hear it that often.
No, not 9 minutes.
No, not that, not the whole, theatrical version. Basically, just the song. I don't hear it that often, so I can listen to that still.
There you go. Yes.
What else?
That's about it for me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's other shit.
Yeah,
but,
some other shit, man. That was off the dome, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody out there.
I'm pretty sure it's an Eminem joint that I can't fuck with either.
Eminem,
yeah.
Eminem got a lot.
Yeah.
Berserk. Eminem got a
Berserk,
lot.
It's
Rap
a lot.
God,
There's a lot of shit.
Berserk, Rap
That
God,
motherfucking real
White
Slim Shady,
America.
please stand up.
Oh,
shit.
chill,
That shit is
chill,
out. No,
chill.
That shit is out.
Put
bro.
that on. No, I need that. I need
That's
that.
out.
That was my shit. The real Slim Shady.
That shit is out.
Yeah, I think that's
Oh, you niggas is wild. Y'all got me
That
fucked
was a
up,
skip,
nigga.
man.
That was my
a skip
life,
when it came
nigga.
out, bro.
Oh, Juvenile High.
Oh, that ain't no skip. bro.
Trash.
Hell no. You crazy.
What?
You crazy.
Yeah.
You throw man, huh? You wanna-
Oh,
you gonna make it 'cause
nigga,
keep
you gotta
up with
turn
your
this
friends,
up,
huh?
nigga. Y'all niggas tripping.
Oh yeah, this is a skip for sure.
Oh no, this is a skip.
What?
You turn that shit down.
This is a skip.
Y'all got me fucked up.
That shit is crazy.
So what? Person before.
Oh my gosh, this is a skip.
Like Pam and Tommy just bursting the door.
You. What did this say? Did he? See?
I know it. I'm saying
Dr. Dre's daddy stuck in my basement.
Ah.
Slim Shady.
Oh shit, it's
Look
the
at
West
him.
Side. It's the
Looking
West
like you
Side
know
shit.
who, like, you know who, yeah, but he's so cute though.
You know too much of the song.
Bedroom.
I know every word, and this shit still trash.
He got.
My mama-
I said Eminem has the top 5 feature in the entire world.
What's that?
That's that patiently. waiting.
Dr. Dre, Forget About Me. This is top 5 feature ever. Forget About Dre, I'm sorry.
Forgot about. Oh yeah, that okay. Yeah.
Forgot About Dre is top 5 feature ever. Everyone knows. Oh. Well, you know what? We are 2
didn't have
hours.
one. We didn't have one.
We are 2
Now we
hours
got
and
it.
17 minutes, and now we're taking
Yeah.
a week-long West Side intermission.
I said-
Peace, y'all.
I said it was. I said it was dead wrong.
I like that patiently waiting on 50 shit.
Ooh, okay. I like this outro music.
I liked him on Don't Push Me.
Don't push me, he killed too.
Yeah.
He did it for me, but I think I'm talking about top 5 features ever.
Yeah.
I think that Eminem verse on
that
Forgot About Drake.
That for sure is there.
Big Boy got a song with Sleepy Brown that I skip all the time.
I Can't Wait.
The speaker it was on the speaker box.
It's not. I can't wait. I know what you're talking about.
It was on Barbershop's soundtrack.
No, it was on the speaker box.
I can't wait, I can't wait.
Oh man, now you gonna make me look for it.
Cousins too, rolling down the strip on
phone,
pulling up, slamming Cadillac doors.
Me and you, your mama and your cousin too.
Man, niggas grew up on some real player shit.
Man, which one was it? I Like the Way You Move.
I was just about to say this
I
shit.
like the way you move.
I fuck with that shit.
Yes. You fuck with what, this song?
Yeah, I like the way you move. Yeah.
I couldn't stand this shit. Let's get it.
Hey, boom, boom.
Yeah, I fuck with this.
This is scary. I love this beat though.
This shit make you move without trying to.
I don't know how you don't like this.
Ready for action, living but we everlasting. Now cast is everlasting.
Yeah,
Now
yeah,
cast
yeah.
ain't God, you know. Cause a nigga wanna do a little. You gotta turn this up. Cause a nigga do a little acting. Cause anyone blasting, drip, drip, drop. There goes an ear guy. So,
Fuck
like
happened
the
to Farnsworth
right
Bentley,
in
though,
the
man.
face. Hey,
And he was a man
He
for
been a
videos.
deep dancing, trunk rattling, like the minutes in the backseat wrestling.
Right the fuck off.
Yeah, you tripping.
This is scary.
Cause I know y'all wanted that 808. Cause the beat that beat, yeah, that's a bass. I like the way you move. Yeah, you wildin'.
The bucket, nigga, that horn hard.
I fuck with the beat.
I
I just
like
can't
the
stand the song.
way you move. I like the way. I like the way. That's my
I
shit,
like the
man.
way you move.
I like the way you move.
Woo! I like the way you move.
I
Alright.
like the way.
You know, I was listening to
We ain't gonna never end this show, y'all.
No, we finna get up out of here. I was listening to Sway in the Morning and Big Boy and Sleepy Brown was on there. And I think it goes back to our argument. All of that shit, them first couple Outkast projects were genuinely Dungeon Family projects. And it's fucked up that only 3 Stacks gets the love when most of that shit he didn't even write.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. Shout out to Big Boy. Shout out to Sleepy Brown. Shout out to the Dungeon family. Shout out to CeeLo. Shout out to all you niggas. We up out of here. Peace.
Peace, y'all. This is the Views from the 7 podcast.